The summer sun beats down on Detroit, Michigan, turning the asphalt outside Motor City Auto Works into a shimmering mirage. Inside the shop, the air smells of oil, rubber, and ambition. Tools clank, engines roar, and the hum of a radio fights to be heard. Sarah Coleman, a contractor in her late 40s, steps through the bay doors. Her graying hair's tied back, her work boots scuffed, her toolbox older than most of the mechanics. She's here to inspect a fleet of tactical vehicles for a defense contract. But some men in the shop see her and assume she's out of her depth. They're wrong. Dead wrong. In 10 seconds, one of them will cross a line, and everything will change.
I'm here for the vehicle inspection. Defense contract, lot 17. Where do I sign in?
Sarah's voice is steady, professional, as she approaches the duty desk. Her clipboard is worn, her handwriting sharp, like someone who's filled out forms in chaos and still made them legible.
You're with Horizon Dynamics? Been a while since we had your crew here. Sign here, ma'am. Bay 5's your spot.
James Holt, a veteran mechanic with 25 years under his belt, glances at her paperwork. His hands are stained with grease, his eyes kind but sharp. He's seen too many botched inspections to trust easily, but something about Sarah's calm focus makes him pause.
Thanks. I'll need the maintenance logs for the tactical fleet. All 6 vehicles.
Logs are on the workbench, Bay 5. Last guy from your company, Mr. Cracked Axle. Hope you're better.
I'm not the last guy.
Sarah's reply is simple, but there's steel in it. James raises an eyebrow, recognizing the tone of someone who's earned their place. She heads to Bay 5, her steps measured, her toolbox swinging lightly. The shop is a furnace, fans barely cutting through the heat. Mechanics glance her way, some curious, some dismissive. Then Tyler Reed, a 23-year-old lead mechanic with a chip on his shoulder, spots her. Tyler's new to his rank, cocky from technical school, and itching to prove he runs this shop. He's had a rough week, failed a certification, chewed out for losing tools. Sarah, quiet and unassuming, looks like an easy target.
Ma'am, you lost? This ain't the office. Inspection's got to be cleared first.
Tyler's voice cuts across the shop, loud enough to turn heads. He leans against a workbench, arms crossed, his uniform crisp, his boots gleaming. 2 younger mechanics, Specialist Diaz and Carter, drift over, sensing a show.
I'm cleared. Horizon Dynamics. Structural and systems check. Tactical fleet.
Sarah doesn't raise her voice, but her eyes meet Tyler's. Calm, direct, no challenge, just focus. She hands him her clearance folder. Its edges worn, but the stamp's pristine.
Clearance, huh? Let me see that.
Tyler flips through the folder, squinting like he's some kind of expert. Diaz snickers behind him. Carter pulls out his phone, pretending to check messages, but angling for a photo.
Says here you're for structural. That don't cover electronics. New protocols, lady. Sensitive equipment.
Structural includes mounting points for electronics, standard since 2020.
Sarah's voice stays even, but Tyler's grin widens. He's got an audience now, and he's not backing down. James, watching from the duty desk, tenses. He knows where this is going.
Tyler, let her do her job. Paperwork's in order.
I got this, Holt. Chain of command, right? Got to check for contraband devices, phones, recorders, could be hidden anywhere, even in clothes.
The shop quiets. Tools still hum, but conversations fade. Diaz shifts uncomfortably. Carter's phone is now openly recording. Sarah sets her clipboard down, her movements deliberate.
You're saying I need a compliance check?
Yeah, ma'am. Top half, standard procedure. Can't have unauthorized tech near our gear.
It's a lie, and everyone knows it. James steps forward, his jaw tight, but Tyler waves him off.
Tyler, knock it off. That's not protocol.
I said I got this, Holt. You want to explain to the boss why we let a breach through?
Sarah stands still, her face unreadable. She could walk away, call for a supervisor, shut this down. Instead, she unzips her coveralls. The fabric slides off her shoulders, revealing a plain black t-shirt. No gadgets, no jewelry, just the practical gear of someone who's worked in tougher places than this shop. The mechanics stare, not with respect, but with the ugly thrill of power. Tyler leans in, smirking.
Turn around, full inspection.
Sarah turns, her t-shirt thin from years of wear, and there, on her spine, is a tattoo. Not art, not decoration. A black triangle, sharp as a blade. Below it, numbers, X47291. At the base, a hawk, wings spread. Diaz laughs nervously. Carter zooms in with his phone. James freezes, his gut telling him this isn't just ink.
Tyler, that's enough. You're out of line.
Relax, Holt. Just making sure Granny's not smuggling a bomb.
The shop's noise drops to a hum. Then the bay doors swing open. Colonel Marcus Kane, the shop's commander, steps in, his boots echoing on the concrete. His clipboard hits the floor with a crack. His eyes lock on Sarah's tattoo and his face pales. He knows exactly what it means.
I've seen a lot in this shop, but I never thought I'd see a kid like Tyler dig his own grave so fast.
The air in Motor City Auto Works grows thick, the kind of tension that makes sweat bead even in the heat. Sarah Coleman stands in Bay 5, her coveralls tied around her waist, the tattoo on her spine exposed like a classified document in a room full of rookies. The black triangle, the numbers X47291, the hawk with spread wings, they aren't just ink, they're a warning. Tyler Reed, oblivious, still smirks, thinking he's won. Carter's phone is still recording. Diaz is whispering crude jokes, but James Holt's eyes are fixed on that tattoo. He's seen something like it before. In faded photos, his uncle, a Gulf War vet, burned after showing him. A mark of a unit that didn't exist. Colonel Marcus Kane's entrance has frozen the shop. His face, usually unreadable, is a mask of shock. He knows what that tattoo means. And it's bigger than anyone in this room.
What's the problem, sir? Just running a standard check.
Tyler's voice is cocky, but there's a waver now, a crack in his bravado. Marcus doesn't answer. His boots click as he crosses the concrete, his eyes never leaving Sarah.
Tyler, put that attitude away before you bury yourself deeper.
James steps closer, his voice low but firm. He's trying to save Tyler from himself, but the kid's too far gone in his own ego. Sarah, still turned, pulls her coveralls back up, zipping them with the same calm precision she's shown all day.
Am I cleared to work now, Corporal?
Her voice is steady, no trace of anger, but the question cuts. Tyler falters, glancing at Marcus, who's now close enough to see the faint scars on Sarah's knuckles, the kind that come from fighting in places no one talks about.
Yeah, but we still need to...
Marcus raises a hand, silencing Tyler mid-sentence. The shop is dead quiet now. The radio's chatter the only sound. Even the fans seem to hold their breath.
Corporal Reed, step back, now.
James's tone is sharp, protective. He's seen enough to know this isn't just about a tattoo. Tyler hesitates, then steps back, his smirk fading. Carter lowers his phone, suddenly aware he's crossed a line.
Sir, I was just following protocol, new security measures, you know.
Marcus ignores him, his voice low, directed at Sarah. It's the tone of a man who's seen classified files most generals don't touch.
Ma'am, you can cover up. This inspection's over.
Thank you, Colonel. I'd like to get to my work now.
Sarah's response is calm, but there's a weight to it, like she's granting permission rather than asking for it. She adjusts her coveralls, picks up her clipboard, and moves toward the tactical vehicle in Bay 5. The mechanics watch, unsure what just happened, but feeling the shift.
What's the big deal? It's just a tattoo. Probably got it at some biker shop.
Tyler mutters to Diaz, trying to save face, but his voice lacks conviction. Diaz doesn't laugh this time. Carter slips his phone into his pocket, avoiding Marcus's gaze.
Reed, you have no idea what you just stepped in.
James's voice is quiet, but it carries the weight of experience. He's piecing it together, the tattoo, Marcus's reaction, Sarah's unshaken demeanor. He's heard stories of covert units, operatives who vanished into new lives after missions that never made the news.
Vehicle 1, suspension check. Can someone pull the maintenance log for this unit?
Sarah's back to work, her voice cutting through the tension like a knife. She's not ignoring what happened, she's choosing to move past it. A young mechanic, Specialist Evans, hurries to grab the log, eager to distance himself from Tyler's mess.
Here you go, Mom. Everything's up to date.
Appreciated. Let's see what we're working with.
Sarah kneels by the vehicle, her hands moving over the suspension with the ease of someone who's done this under worse conditions. James watches, noting the way she checks bolts, feels for stress points, her fingers reading the metal like a book.
She's acting like nothing happened. What's her deal?
Tyler's voice is quieter now, directed at Carter, but there's a hint of unease. He's starting to sense he's misjudged something big.
You ever think maybe she's seen worse than you acting like a jerk?
James's words are sharp, and Tyler flinches. Marcus, still standing near Sarah, pulls out his phone and dials a number that's not in any directory. His voice is low, urgent.
This is Canet Motor City. I need verification on a Sarah Coleman, contractor. Priority Alpha.
The call is brief, but Marcus's face hardens as he listens. He glances at Sarah, who's now under the vehicle, checking the undercarriage with a flashlight. She doesn't look up, but her movements are precise, practiced.
Understood. And her operational status? Copy that.
Marcus ends the call, his expression unreadable. He steps closer to Sarah, speaking so only she can hear.
Task Force Shadow was decommissioned in 2013. Officially.
Officially? There's no record of me at all. That was the deal.
Sarah's reply is soft, but it hits Marcus like a punch. He nods, understanding more than he can say. The shop's noise starts to creep back, tools clanking, voices murmuring, but it's different now. The air feels heavier.
What's with the colonel? He's acting like she's some kind of spy.
Tyler's trying to laugh it off, but his voice shakes. Diaz and Carter exchange looks, no longer entertained. James steps closer to Tyler, his tone low but firm.
You humiliated someone who's probably saved more lives than you'll ever know. Think about that.
Sarah keeps working, her focus unbroken. She finds a hairline crack in the vehicle's frame, marks it on her clipboard, and moves to the next point. Her hands don't shake, her breathing is steady, but James notices the way her eyes scan the room, tracking movement without seeming to.
This frame's compromised. Needs replacement before it sees action.
I'll note it, ma'am. How'd you spot that so fast?
Experience. You feel the metal. It tells you what's wrong.
James nods, impressed. He's worked on these vehicles for decades, but Sarah's skill is something else, born from places he can only guess at. Tyler watches from a distance, his confidence unraveling. He's starting to realize he's not the biggest force in this shop anymore.
She's just a contractor. Why is everyone acting like she's special?
Because maybe she is, Reed. And you just made yourself look like a fool in front of her.
The shop's rhythm returns, but it's uneasy. Sarah's presence is a quiet storm, shifting how everyone moves, how they speak. Marcus stands by the bay doors, watching her work, his mind racing with what he's just learned. Sarah Coleman isn't just a contractor. She's a ghost, carrying scars and secrets from a war most of them will never understand.
I've been underestimated before. It's not new. But every time, it reminds me why I keep going.
The tension in Motor City Auto Works is a live wire, sparking in the heavy Detroit heat. Sarah Coleman stands by a tactical vehicle in Bay 5. Her coverall zipped back up, her clipboard in hand, but the tattoo on her spine has changed everything. That black triangle, the numbers X47291, the hawk, symbols of a covert CIA unit, Task Force Shadow, buried in classified files. Tyler Reed's smirk is gone, replaced by a nervous glance at Colonel Marcus Kane, who's still processing what he's seen. James Holt stands nearby, his gut telling him Sarah's more than a contractor. The shop's noise is muted, every mechanic sensing a line has been crossed. Tyler's stunt has backfired, and the truth about Sarah is about to unravel.
Corporal Reed, delete that video. Now.
Marcus's voice is steel, cutting through the shop's hum. His eyes are locked on Carter, who's still holding his phone, frozen like a kid caught stealing.
Carter, you heard the colonel. Trash it.
Tyler's voice is shaky, trying to regain control, but it's too late. Carter fumbles with his phone, his fingers trembling as he deletes the footage.
It's gone, sir. I swear.
Carter's voice cracks, his bravado evaporating. Marcus steps closer to Sarah, his tone softening but urgent, like he's handling a live grenade.
Ma'am, you're clear to work. No more interruptions.
Thank you, Colonel. I'll need full access to the vehicle's wiring harness.
Sarah's voice is calm, professional, as if the last 5 minutes didn't happen. She kneels by the vehicle, her hands moving over the wiring with surgical precision. James watches, noting the way she traces circuits without a schematic, like she's done this in the dark under fire.
Diaz, Carter, clear out. You're done here for now.
Marcus's order is sharp, and the 3 mechanics scatter, Tyler trailing behind, his face pale. He mutters to Diaz, trying to salvage his pride.
This is bullshit. She's just some old contractor. Why is the colonel freaking out?
Diaz doesn't answer, his eyes on Sarah, who's now checking a hydraulic line. James steps closer to Marcus, lowering his voice.
Sir, that tattoo, I've seen something like it. My uncle, Gulf War, he had stories, units that didn't exist.
Marcus nods, his jaw tight. He's been in enough classified briefings to know the truth. Task Force Shadow was a CIA Black Ops unit, active in Yemen 2012. A mission went south. Ambush, no extraction, 3 operatives left for dead. 1 made it out, carrying intel that stopped a terrorist strike. That operative was supposed to disappear. Sarah Coleman is that ghost.
She's not just a contractor, is she?
Marcus doesn't answer directly, his eyes on Sarah as she marks a worn connector on her clipboard.
Keep this quiet, Holt. That's an order.
James nods, understanding the weight of it. He's seen enough to know some truths don't get spoken aloud. Sarah, oblivious to their whispers, finds a frayed wire in the vehicle's comm system, one that could have failed mid-mission.
This wire's degraded. Could have taken out the whole system at 80 miles an hour.
How'd you catch that? We ran diagnostics last week.
Diagnostics miss what hands can feel. Replace it before it's fielded.
Sarah's tone is matter-of-fact, but James hears the experience behind it. Years of fixing gear in places where failure meant death. Tyler, lingering near the workbench, overhears and scoffs, still clinging to his ego.
She's acting like she's some kind of war hero. Give me a break.
James turns, his patience gone. He steps into Tyler's space, his voice low but cutting.
You don't get it, do you? That tattoo's not a decoration. It's a mark of someone who's been through hell you can't imagine.
Whatever, Holt. She's just...
Enough, Reed. You humiliated someone who's probably saved lives you'll never know about. Sit with that.
Tyler's mouth opens, then closes. For the first time, he's speechless. Marcus pulls out his phone again, stepping away to make another call, his voice hushed but intense.
Kane here. I need confirmation on Task Force Shadow, Yemen 2012. Operative status, yes, I saw the tattoo.
The call lasts seconds, but Marcus's face grows grimmer. He pockets the phone and walks back to Sarah, who's now inspecting the vehicle's fuel line, her focus unbreakable.
You knew what that tattoo would mean to someone like me.
I didn't come here to show it off, Colonel. I came to do a job.
Sarah's voice is quiet, but there's a strength in it that makes Marcus pause. He sees the scars on her hands, the way her eyes track the room without moving. She's not just a mechanic. She's a survivor of a war that never made the headlines.
You shouldn't have had to go through that. Not here.
It's not the first time, sir. Won't be the last.
Marcus nods, respect in his eyes. He turns to the remaining mechanics, his voice carrying across the shop.
Everyone, listen up. Miss Coleman has full clearance. Anyone who interferes with her work answers to me.
The shop's rhythm shifts again. Mechanics returning to their tasks but stealing glances at Sarah. She keeps working, unfazed, finding a loose bolt that could have caused a suspension failure at high speed.
This bolt's off by a 1/4 inch. Needs tightening before it's deployed.
I'll get it logged, ma'am. Damn, you're good.
James's voice is warm, a rare smile breaking through. Sarah doesn't smile back, but there's a flicker of acknowledgement in her eyes. Tyler watches from the sidelines, his hands shoved in his pockets, his confidence shattered.
I didn't know, okay? How was I supposed to know?
His voice is quieter now, almost pleading. James doesn't look at him, his focus on Sarah as she moves to the next vehicle.
You weren't supposed to know, Reed. You were supposed to treat her like a human being.
The words hit Tyler hard, his face flushing. Sarah, oblivious to the exchange, continues her inspection, her hands moving with the precision of someone who's fixed machines under worse pressure than a room full of skeptics. Marcus stands by the bay doors, his mind racing with the implications of Sarah's presence. She's a living secret, a hero who was never meant to be seen.
I've been through worse than a kid with a big mouth, but it never stops stinging.
Motor City Auto Works hums with a new kind of quiet, the kind that follows a storm. Sarah Coleman's tattoo, a black triangle, numbers X47291, and a hawk, has turned the shop's arrogance into awe. Colonel Marcus Kane's orders have cleared the air, but the weight of Sarah's past lingers. She's no ordinary contractor. She's a ghost from a CIA Black Ops unit, Task Force Shadow, a survivor of a mission so classified it was erased from existence. Tyler Reed, the cocky mechanic who humiliated her, stands in the corner, his bravado crumbling. James Holt, the veteran mechanic, watches Sarah with growing respect as she works on the tactical vehicles with a skill that speaks of battlefields, not workshops. The crew is learning a hard lesson. Appearances lie, and Sarah's quiet strength is rewriting the rules.
Fuel line secure. Moving to the transmission now.
Sarah's voice is steady, her hands moving over the vehicle's underbelly with the ease of someone who's fixed machines under gunfire. She finds a worn gear, marks it on her clipboard, and signals for a replacement.
Evans, grab me a 3-inch gear set from the stock room.
James's voice is calm, but there's a warmth in it, a nod to Sarah's expertise. Specialist Evans, a young mechanic eager to stay on her good side, hurries off.
Thanks. This gear's got maybe 50 hours left. Better to swap it now.
How do you spot that stuff? Our diagnostics didn't catch it.
You learn to feel the machine. It talks if you listen.
Sarah's reply is simple, but James hears the years behind it, years spent in places where a missed detail meant lives lost. He nods, jotting down her findings, his respect deepening.
You've done this in worse conditions than this shop, haven't you?
You could say that.
Sarah doesn't elaborate, but her eyes flicker with something, memory, maybe pain. She moves to the next vehicle, her focus unbreakable. Tyler, still lingering near a workbench, watches her, his hands fidgeting. His earlier arrogance is gone, replaced by a mix of shame and confusion.
I didn't mean for it to go that far, okay? It was just a joke.
Tyler's voice is low, directed at no one in particular, but James overhears. He steps closer, his tone firm but not unkind.
A joke stops being funny when it hurts someone, Reed. You crossed the line.
How was I supposed to know she's whatever she is?
That's the point. You don't know who you're dealing with until you show some damn respect.
Tyler looks away, his jaw tight. He's not ready to admit his mistake, but the seed is planted. Marcus, standing by the bay doors, watches Sarah work, his mind still reeling from his phone call. He steps closer, speaking quietly, just for her.
Yemen, 2012. I read the after-action report before it was shredded. 3 operatives, 1 survivor.
You've got a good memory, Colonel. Most people don't.
Sarah's voice is soft, but there's a weight to it, like she's carrying that mission in her bones. Marcus studies her, seeing the scars on her knuckles, the way her hands move with purpose.
You walked 60 miles through enemy territory, carried intel that saved thousands, and then they made you disappear.
That was the deal. New name, new life. No parades.
Her words are matter-of-fact, but Marcus hears the cost in them. He shakes his head, his voice dropping lower.
You didn't deserve what happened today. I'm sorry.
I've had worse, sir. I'm here to do a job, not to settle scores.
Sarah's focus returns to the vehicle, her hands tracing a hydraulic line for leaks. Marcus steps back, giving her space, but his eyes don't leave her. The shop's crew is starting to notice her skill. Mechanics pause to watch, their skepticism fading. Evans returns with the gear set, handing it to Sarah with a shy nod.
Got the gears, ma'am. Anything else you need?
Just keep the tools coming. We're not done yet.
Sarah swaps the gear with precision, her movements fluid, like she's done this 1,000 times in worse conditions. James watches, his mind piecing together her past, covert missions, impossible odds, a life rebuilt from ashes.
You ever think about telling your story? People here could learn from it.
My story's not for telling. It's for doing.
Her words are final, but they carry a quiet power. James nods, respecting her silence. Tyler, still watching from a distance, feels the weight of his actions sinking in. He approaches James, his voice barely above a whisper.
Screwed up, didn't I? The colonel's gonna have my head.
You're lucky it's just the colonel. You disrespected someone who's seen more than you'll ever know.
What do I do now? Apologize?
Start by learning, Reed. Watch her work. See what real strength looks like.
Tyler glances at Sarah, who's now checking the vehicle's shocks, her hands finding a subtle misalignment the crew missed. She marks it, her clipboard filling with notes that could save lives in the field.
Shock absorbers off by 2 millimeters. Fix it or it'll fail at 40 miles an hour.
Damn, we ran those shocks last month. How'd you catch that?
You feel the resistance. It's in the way the metal moves.
James logs the finding, his admiration growing. The shop's rhythm is shifting. Mechanics are quieter, more focused, stealing glances at Sarah as she works. Her presence is a lesson, one they're starting to understand. Marcus makes another call, his voice low, ensuring Sarah's clearance is updated to untouchable status.
Kane here. Coleman's got unrestricted access. No questions, no delays.
He hangs up, his eyes on Sarah. She's not just fixing vehicles, she's rewriting the shop's culture, one precise movement at a time. Tyler, still grappling with his mistake, watches her, his hands still, his mind racing.
I didn't know she was that kind of person.
You didn't think, period. But you're starting to. That's a beginning.
James's voice is steady, offering Tyler a chance to grow. Sarah finishes her check on the second vehicle, her report already thicker than the crew's last inspection. She's not just good, she's exceptional, and the shop is starting to see it.
I've seen too many lives depend on getting this right. That's why I don't stop, no matter what they throw at me.
Motor City Auto Works is different now, the air charged with a quiet respect. Sarah Coleman's presence has shifted the shop's pulse. Her tattoo, black triangle, numbers X47291, hawk wings spread, revealed her as a survivor of Task Force Shadow, a CIA Black Ops unit erased from history. Her skill, honed in unseen wars, has silenced doubters. Tyler Reed, the young mechanic who humiliated her, stands in the shadows, his ego bruised, his lesson sinking in. Colonel Marcus Kane has ensured Sarah's work continues uninterrupted, but her impact is spreading beyond the vehicles she's fixing. James Holt, the veteran mechanic, watches her with a mix of awe and gratitude, knowing she's teaching the shop something deeper than mechanics. A new mechanic arrives today, and the crew's response to him shows how Sarah's quiet strength is reshaping this place.
Last vehicle, brake system check. Need the torque specs for this model.
Sarah's voice is steady, her hands already on the brake caliper, feeling for wear. James hands her a tablet with the specs, his movements quick, respectful.
Right here, ma'am. Anything else you need?
Just keep the crew focused. We're almost done.
James nods, glancing at the shop. The mechanics are quieter now, their work precise, as if Sarah's focus is contagious. Tyler stands near a workbench, his hands idle, watching Sarah with a mix of shame and curiosity.
I didn't think she'd keep going after...
She's not here for your approval, Reed. She's here because lives depend on her work.
James's voice is firm, but not cruel, guiding Tyler toward understanding. Sarah finds a hairline crack in the brake rotor, one that could have failed at 50 miles an hour. She marks it, her clipboard a map of potential disasters averted.
This rotor's done. Replace it before it's fielded.
Got it. How do you catch these things? We missed that one.
You learn to see what's not obvious. Takes time and mistakes.
Her words carry weight, and James hears the unspoken story. Years of high-stakes repairs in places where failure wasn't an option. Tyler overhears, his face tightening. He steps closer, his voice low, hesitant.
I didn't mean to make it personal, okay? I was just messing around.
Messing around stops being funny when it's at someone else's expense.
Sarah's tone is even, but her eyes meet Tyler's for the first time. There's no anger, just truth. Tyler looks away, his hands shoved in his pockets.
Yeah, I get that now.
Good. Keep getting it. Might make you a better mechanic and a better man.
James's voice is steady, offering Tyler a path forward. Marcus, watching from the bay doors, sees the exchange and nods slightly. He's seen Sarah's report, detailed, precise, with recommendations that could prevent catastrophic failures. He approaches her, his tone formal but warm.
Miss Coleman, your work's already flagged 2 issues we missed. Saved us a lot of trouble.
Just doing my job, Colonel. These vehicles need to be right.
Sarah's focus stays on the brake system, her hands tightening a bolt with exact torque. Marcus watches, his respect deepening. He knows her past, 60 miles through enemy territory, intel that saved thousands, a new identity to bury it all.
You've done more than your job today. You've reminded us what excellence looks like.
Excellence doesn't need a spotlight. It just needs to work.
Her words are simple, but they hit Marcus hard. He steps back, letting her finish. The shop's rhythm is different now. Mechanics move with purpose, their banter subdued. A new contractor, Mike Larson, arrives. His toolbox shiny, his boots barely scuffed. The crew greets him differently, no assumptions, no posturing.
Hey Larson, you here for the auxiliary fleet? Logs are over here.
Welcome, Mike. I'm Sarah. Let me know if you need anything.
Sarah's voice is calm, professional, and Mike nods, sensing the shop's respect for her. Tyler watches, his jaw tight, realizing the change he's witnessing started with his mistake.
They're acting like she's the boss now. Just because of some tattoo?
Not the tattoo, Reed. It's what it means, and what she's done since she got here.
James's tone is patient, mentoring. Tyler's starting to see it. Sarah's not just fixing vehicles, she's fixing the shop's culture. She finishes her inspection, her report a masterclass in precision. She hands it to James, who reads it with a nod.
This is... Damn, ma'am. You caught a fuel pump issue we didn't even know about.
It's in the vibration. You feel it before it shows up on a gauge.
James shakes his head, impressed. The shop's crew is now openly watching Sarah, their skepticism replaced by curiosity. Marcus makes a final call, ensuring Sarah's work is flagged for priority review.
Kane here. Coleman's report needs immediate action. Full implementation.
He hangs up, his eyes on Sarah as she packs her toolbox. Tyler approaches her, his voice low, almost inaudible.
I'm sorry for what I did. It was wrong.
Apology noted. Learn from it, Corporal. That's what matters.
Sarah's response is direct. No softness, but no venom. Tyler nods, his face flushed, and steps back. The shop's transformation is palpable. Mechanics double-check their work, inspired by Sarah's example. Mike Larson, the new contractor, starts his inspection with questions, not assumptions, a sign the lesson is sinking in.
You've changed this place, Sarah, in one day.
I didn't come to change anything. I came to make sure these vehicles don't fail the people who need them.
Sarah shoulders her toolbox, her work done. The shop feels different, humbler, sharper, better. James watches her, knowing her impact will outlast her presence.
I've seen a lot in 25 years, but today I learned what real strength looks like.
The sun dips low over Detroit, casting long shadows across Motor City Auto Works. Sarah Coleman's work is done, her toolbox packed, her report filed, a blueprint of precision that's already saved vehicles from failure. Her tattoo, a mark of task force shadow, revealed a past of courage and sacrifice, shifting the shop's soul. Tyler Reed, the young mechanic who tried to break her, is quieter now, his lesson carved deep. James Holt, the veteran who saw her truth, stands by the bay doors, watching her prepare to leave. Colonel Marcus Kane has ensured her name carries weight, her impact rippling through the crew. The shop hums with a new rhythm, humbler, sharper, grounded in respect. Sarah's story, though untold in words, has left a mark that won't fade. As she steps into the evening light, the crew is left with a question. Who else have they underestimated?
You're heading out already, Sarah?
James's voice is warm, tinged with reluctance. He's leaning against a workbench, his hands still stained from the day's work, his eyes carrying a new kind of respect.
Follow-ups next month. I'll be back.
Sarah's voice is steady, her toolbox slung over her shoulder. She glances at the shop where mechanics move with purpose, their work sharper after her example.
You didn't just fix vehicles today. You fixed us.
I didn't come to fix anyone, James. I came to do my job.
Her words are simple, but they carry the weight of someone who's carried heavier burdens. James nods, understanding she doesn't need praise. She needs her work to matter.
That report you filed, it's going to save lives. You know that, right?
That's why I do it. Every bolt, every wire, it's someone's life out there.
Sarah's eyes flicker to the vehicles in Bay 5, their frames now stronger because of her. Marcus approaches, his boots quiet on the concrete, his expression softer than before.
Miss Coleman, your clearance is updated. No one will question you again.
Appreciated, Colonel. Just make sure these vehicles get to the field in one piece.
Marcus nods, his respect unspoken but clear. He knows her past, 60 miles through enemy territory, intel that stopped a disaster, a life rebuilt in silence. He extends a hand, a rare gesture.
It's been an honor, Sarah.
The owner's in the work, sir.
She shakes his hand, her grip firm, her scars visible in the fading light. Tyler, standing near the back, watches her, his face a mix of shame and resolve. He steps forward, his voice low.
I meant what I said earlier. I'm sorry. I'll do better.
I believe you, Tyler. Keep that promise.
Sarah's tone is direct, no judgment, just expectation. Tyler nods, his shoulders straighter as if her words have given him a new starting point. The shop's crew watches her leave, their silence a tribute. Mike Larson, the new contractor, pauses his work to nod as she passes.
You set a high bar, ma'am. Hope I can keep up.
Just do the job right, Mike. That's enough.
Sarah steps through the bay doors, the Detroit skyline glowing orange behind her. The shop returns to its rhythm, but it's different now, kinder, more focused. James watches her go, his mind turning over the day's lessons.
Some people don't need to shout to be heard. They just show up and change everything.
The words linger as the shop's lights hum, the crew working with a new purpose. Sarah's story, though classified, has left a truth in its wake. Strength doesn't always look like strength. It's in the quiet ones, the ones who carry on, who make the world better without asking for applause.
I used to think heroes wore medals or made headlines. Today, I learned they're the ones who keep going, no matter what the world throws at them.